Before we continue, I want to address a couple of mistakes that I realized that I made. That way our program will work smoothly by the end of this lecture. Inside of our chats file, we need to add this use statement so that we can bring ReceiveError into scope. That way we are able to use it down here in our sub function. We also need to change arc_string to arc_leaving in our join method. And then we need to remove from our join method that we were returning a chats struct. And that's all we needed to do inside of this file. Inside of connection, I realized that I left off that question mark on this line. So if you did as well, make sure you add that in. And then up here, we need to bring our Mutex into scope into our async standard library, as well as ChatTracker from our chats map crate. And then once you've done that, we are all squared away to be able to start implementing in our logic to tie everything in together and have a working application. So the first thing that we need to do is bring some items into scope, such as task, chat result, sync arc, and then use standard net, net, and async standard. There we go. Net. Now we want to reference our connection file, our chats file, and our chats map file. We want to bring in our connection handle function. That way we can just say handle instead of typing out connection handle. And now we can create main, which is going to return a chat result for us. And this is going to be set up very similar to what we did inside of our main function and client. We're going to have an address that we're going to get from the command line. Expect, and then if we don't get what we expected, we want to print out that that is what we wanted. So now we're going to have our chat table equals to a new atomic reference counter, chats map, ChatTracker, and we want to create a new table. And now we'll call async standard task block on. We're calling asynchronous code, so we need an asynchronous block. And now we're going to create our listener and bind it to the address we received from our user. And then we're going to create mutable new connections equals to listener dot incoming. And now a while loop while we let some socket result equals to new connections next dot await on some new connections. We're going to say let socket equals to socket result. Let chats equals to chat table dot clone. And now we want to spawn an asynchronous task log error, in this case, on handle, which is the function we created in connection, socket chats dot await. And then if all goes well, we want to return OK. And it helps if I spell these right. Listener.next. No method found. Net incoming new connections. Listener.incoming. So let's see what's going on here. So to fix next, saying that it's not available in scope, we need to add in use async prelude and then take in everything. And now we need to implement our log error function, which is going to be a super simple function for us. It's just going to be a result of a type chat result. And we'll say if let error of error equals result. Now we just want to print this out for us. And now we should have a working server and client. So let's see it in action. So we're going to run cargo run tac release tac bin server. So this is telling cargo to build our server executable and run it. And we want to run it on localhost port 8080. And now this is going to start building everything. So while it builds, I want to bring up a new terminal, cd into the appropriate directory, and this time I want to create a client. And we're waiting for it to finish building here. So we have one client. And now I want to also create another client. And now what we can do is say join, and we'll call this chat1. And we'll come back to our other client, say join chat1. So now both of our clients are in the same chat room. And so we'll say post to chat1 our message. So we'll say client 2's message. And if we go over to client 1, we'll see that our message printed out. So now if we say post chat1, and now we'll say client 1's message, we should see it on client 2. And we do. So congratulations on creating an asynchronous client-server chat application. I hope you enjoyed creating this and learned a lot in the process. Please feel free to ask any questions about anything we did during this project.